I have 2 new items for lighting for your emergency or camp gear for you today from EXORUX. Today we're going to look at the 3-in-1 solar camping lantern and the telescopic light and bug zapper when we come back. Let's check them out. Alright folks, welcome back. So the first item we're going to take a look at is the 3-in-1 solar camping lantern. And I did want to let you guys know that EXORUX was nice enough to send these to me to review and check out. Been playing with them for a couple days now. These things are pretty darn awesome. Both of them have a ton of light, and this has the added feature of the bug zapper. This one can be a power bank. It also can recharge on solar with all these panels. Might take a while, but it can be done. And it also can give you a little bit of extra energy for any of your other devices, say a phone that maybe needs to make one last phone call, you know, in an emergency. And I think both of these, again, I'm a big advocate of rechargeable LED lighting for your home for emergencies, for, you know, power outages and any kind of other emergency that may happen where you lose power. So you take something like this that you can stick out in the daytime and fan out its little sides there, and you got yourself a way to pretty much sit it in the sun and let it charge all day, come back in, bring it in at night. So we're going to take a look at this one first. Let me move this one out of the way and let's get into that one. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the 3-in-1 solar camping lantern. These run about $26.99. There is an 8% coupon on Amazon. I have the links to this in my Amazon store and underneath here in the description. The link there is only good for as long as Amazon leaves it up. So if you tick that little box under the price, add it to your cart, you'll save a little bit of money. This has 18 LEDs on the inside, okay? 360 degrees of light any direction you want it, as well as one little main beam there. I would think something like this for, you know, again, I try to think in my own home, and I think, okay, we've lost power. Maybe it's not going to be on for a couple hours. I can hang this up on my ceiling fan in my living room, and it can light up my living room. Now, we are going to give it a little test in here to try it out, but it is portable, it is durable, it's perfectly adjustable for any space. So let's say your tent at the top angles down a little bit. Just angle these down a little bit, like that. No problem. All in all, pretty darn cool. To turn it on, you're just going to push that button there, okay? And there's your light, and you can go through your modes here. You have a low, a high, a flash, and of course then you have everything with that little spotlight as well. So we're going to try that out in the dark in a minute, but I'm going to give you a little more information on this. It weighs 7.7 ounces, so it really isn't heavy. The package dimensions, in other words, this pretty much when it's folded, 14.25 by 2.3 by 2.4 inches, so really small, convenient, easy to, you know, hook anywhere, as you can tell. The nice part about this too is if you want to get rid of that hook, you just fold it away, fold that down. There's your plug there if you're going to be charging this up. You'll notice the red light on here. Okay, that is taking in the light from these very bright studio lights. And there's your plug there to charge. And move that out of the way so you can see it. So all in all, pretty darn cool for a tent light, emergency home light. Again, I recommend these kinds of things because a lot of preppers that are just getting into this game now are new. They may find gas lanterns kind of intimidating. They've never used it. Maybe they saw their grandfather use it years ago at camp where he was pumping it up and filling it with this gasoline, and they may be intimidated by that. They may not feel it's safe. They may not want candles in their house because they've got young children or pets. I can tell you right now, if I lit a candle, both cats would be right there staring at it, trying to tap it over. No, I don't do candles in my home. I can do them in some areas where they can't get, but generally I'd rather have an LED for lighting. And this thing is just awesome. It's like, you know, when you fold this thing up, it's like the size of a Red Bull. You know, I mean, that's about it. It's tiny. Very lightweight. Again, super lightweight, 7.7 ounces. So you're not really lugging around a ton of stuff if you put this in a go bag or your car emergency kit. Something like this in your vehicle could be very handy. You get stuck out on the road somewhere, and you need to signal for help. That will do it, okay? So what I'd like to do is shut off all the lights here, and even the side lights, and show you just how bright this is, just in its own natural use without any kind of light on. So let's turn everything off and take a look. The only light I have on is the main garage light, and that will probably shut off pretty soon. I'm going to show you what this looks like. Let's get it on first. There's your low, and there's your high. And there's, of course, your flashing, and your high with a spot. Now, again, camera doesn't do it justice. It is pretty darn bright, especially if I hang it up like that. If I had to do a video in, say, an emergency situation, I could use this as a light. Granted, it's not great, you know, for cameras. You know, I'm not going to use this as a light when I go to like SHOT Show or something, but it works pretty darn well for emergency lighting. And if your family needs a light, you know, at a campsite or something, maybe you need to keep it low so people can see where they're walking. Something like this is pretty darn awesome. So let's get the lights back on, and we'll move on to the next item from EXORUX. Now, one thing I did want to mention, I forgot to mention on this one, is the lumens. The top lumens on this are 140 lumens, and when it's half brightness, it's 50 lumens, as well as 50 lumens during the SOS flashing mode. So definitely a whole lot of brightness for such a small little size. Now we're going to take a look at this, and I don't know why I keep saying EXOLUX. It's EXORUX. Anyway, this is the bug zapper and light telescopic bug zapper. If you've used these before, you know what they're like. They have that little purplish light in there, and the bugs are drawn to it, and they fly in and they get zapped. This also has the ability to have a light in it, as well as a USB charging port. This is not solar, so you will have to charge this. Now, to open this up, you're just going to pull it out. You can see the coil inside there. That's going to be where the bugs get zapped. We're going to turn it on real quick. Press and hold to turn the center on. I don't know if you can see the purple. Yeah, you can see it. That purple light on the inside there. Now, for me personally, mosquitoes really aren't a big issue out here. I don't really have a lot of mosquitoes out here, but you can see it does have a pretty serviceable light. I don't know if it goes up or down. Yeah, there we go. So you got 3 modes. You got high, low, and medium. Okay. I'm going to turn that off just because I don't want to put the light directly on it. We can leave the bug zapper on. For me, mosquitoes really aren't a big issue out here, but I would imagine in some areas they are quite annoying, as I've been in areas when I lived in New York, when we go to upstate New York, that, man, you would just come in covered in welts from mosquito bites. It was, you know, it was crazy. I was a little kid. This was probably the 70s. And you would come into your hotel room and have to like cover yourself in alcohol and calamine lotion because you get nailed by these things. They were everywhere. So I understand how annoying they could be. And this will pretty much, you know, kind of draw them in. Yeah, this is supposed to, the ultraviolet light's supposed to draw in mosquitoes, gnats, moths, various other flying insects, and it neutralizes them upon contact with the high voltage electricity grid inside. Now, you're not going to get hurt by that, of course, because you're away from it, but it will zap them. And you've seen these before hanging up on people's porches, where every few minutes you hear zip, zip, you know, and another one bites the dust. So this effectively sets up a 500-volt high-voltage grid. The effective range on this is about 220 feet, and it can be used at home, patio, lawn, garden, pretty much anywhere. Camping or an emergency-type situation where you got a bug out, you got a lot of these around, you don't need to leave the light on. You just leave that little purple light on in there, and it doesn't give away your position if you're somewhere where you're trying to hide. It is ultra lightweight. Your modes on this, your high is 60 lumens, your half is 30 lumens, and of course your 20% will be the 15 lumens. And again, with nothing on, you just have that on there. To turn that off, you're going to push and hold this button here. And there you go. Collapse it, and you're done. Make sure that when you turn this on, okay, you remember to turn that off. It'll kill the battery. You have to push and hold it. Even when you close this up, that will still be lit inside there. So you make sure you turn that off fully. The measurements on it, 3.7 by 2.5 by 3.7 inches. Really small and compact. Weight on it is 5.9 ounces. You have a very nice hanging hook here that can be popped apart. So you can hang this onto something like that. Really kind of neat feature there. I like that. You can just slide it onto something, a ridge line or whatever, and hang it up there and keep the bugs and the mosquitoes away and or dead, not near you. So these are awesome little items. This one runs about $21.73. It also has an 8% coupon from Amazon. Remember, right under the price will be the 8% coupon. I'm going to leave the links for both of these items down below. You'll have to get the discounts yourself. That's not from me or from the company. That's from Amazon. They put it on there. You click that little box, and then you add it to your cart after. Okay? So they will be in my store, as well as direct links down below, and you can check them out. So both of them are very affordable. This is affordable kind of gear that I like to show because pretty much anybody could spend, you know, $25, $26 on something like this. If bugs are an issue, you got $21 right there. You not only have a light, which is a pretty darn bright light, but you also have a bug zapper. So really can't beat that all in all. And you got to remember to turn that off when you're done. It's off there now. So like I said, they'll be in our Amazon store. Don't forget to check that store as well. Even if there's nothing from my store you want to buy, click the link when you shop on Amazon. It really helps out the channel a whole lot. Don't forget our freeze-dried wholesalers link. The link saves you 15% just for clicking it. You can shop there and get what you want. Get your stuff now before the rush. We remember past rushes with him where there's been some big world event. Everybody's stocked up on food and he's been out. So get it now. Things are back in stock. He's moving again. There's no more 3-month waiting. You know, I made an order 2 days ago. It's literally being delivered today. So can't beat it. Really cool. And the link will save you 15%. And he's got some awesome food there. Everything from filet mignon to cheesecake to everything. So check them out. Our My Patriot Supply link, that's preparewithiridium.com. We got some awesome deals going on for you this month there. Our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. Don't forget that one as well. If you're interested in trying it out, you don't have to buy, you don't have to join anything. You can buy stuff and try it out, see if you like it. You can become a delivery customer or you can become a consultant. Either way, very affordable stuff, very good, high quality stuff. So check them out. And thank you guys for joining me today. Stay safe and stay prepared.